Hello, Pirate Dave here with a review of SCP comic series We Who Poke with Sticks. Yes, the issue is numbered We Who Poke with Sticks. For those who don't know, SCP, I believe it was scp-wiki.org once upon a time, but the URL may have changed, is a collection of fictional stories presented as found footage. The premise is government containment of supernatural phenomena and objects in order to protect the world at large. And this is based on the same organization that secures, contains, and protects those very same items. Nice little sub note. This actually came with its own poly bag. Very cool thing about this is that there's no vertical seal on the back and that it's actually resealable. Look at that. The quality of this bag is not the greatest, so you may still want to rebag it yourself, but always a nice little bonus, right? Getting into it with that cover, the overall design of the illustration I enjoy very much. The foreground character right in the center of the frame, these D-class employees, and there in the midground gives a little bit more brightness compared against the dark background. And that background cover I'm not so hot on. I think maybe could have used some more detail in the facial region compared to the foreground characters. I don't know, the quality seems a little bit lessened, and I think if you took that figure out completely, this cover would improve overall, but it's still a great illustration. And there's a nice little matte finish on that cover, and it's made from a hefty cardstock. Between the cardstock cover and the poly bag, you could probably get away with not bagging this comic book at all, and it would still be in pretty good condition a couple of years from now, I would bet. We Who Poke with Sticks, original story by Pepper's Ghost, script by W. Pog, inks by Azur Babayev, colors by KSKU. And so what is this? Is it just an illustrated entry of one of the many articles on SCP Wiki's website? Well, no, the gimmick here actually is an article published in a circular within the SCP organization, written by the protagonist based on the step of identifying the objects creating the phenomena. The steps being, of course, once a phenomena is identified by monitoring police channels, things of that nature, it is first isolated and then it is identified. And that's where the term and the premise, we who poke with sticks, comes out. There's no actual poking with sticks. It's just a nice little visual imagery of the sort of mundane tasks that they might have to perform to actually figure out what the heck is going on. I did quality assurance for SCEA for about 8 years. This is a wonderful little sort of nod to that. The big detail here is that the protagonist has to kind of think and figure out all the different ways that people use everyday objects, toothbrushes, makeup, showers, food, tea, etc. And then he has to run the D-class employees through all those phenomena and narrow it down to figure out the general items that are causing this issue. Overall, I give this 4 out of 5 stars. That's mostly based off of if you're familiar with SCP. If you aren't familiar with SCP, first of all, you should go spend several days of your life reading through all the articles. It is highly entertaining. It is very amazing. And then after that, come and read this book. You shouldn't read this book before you've really gotten an idea of what SCP is, because it's very referential to the process and the idea behind what Secure, Contain, Protect is all about. And that being said, again, you're not getting a horror article with this necessarily. In fact, I think that's the thing that's really holding this book back, is that the actual phenomena being investigated here really isn't that compelling. And if you write SCP, you know there's numerous amounts of stories that are just captivating, and this one is not it. It's probably for the best to not take away from the point of the story, which is exploring the ideas of those who poke with sticks, those trying to figure out the phenomena, but I think they could have made something much more interesting than what we get. Like I said, 4 out of 5 stars. For any Secure, Contain, Protect fan, this is one you should hunt down and add to your collection. SCP comic series, We Who Poke with Sticks, published by Parabooks.